welcome back. Today is May 21st, and I wanted to give a spring update on the turf type Tall Fescue lawn. I think you can appreciate here that it has come in pretty well, I think. I've actually been really impressed with the spring growth with this, so I guess we'll go over just kind of an overall look, and then I'll identify some problem spots. This area is probably some of the best. This is an area that generally gets morning sun and then shade. After that, a lot of shade by maples over in this area. There also used to be some pretty thick roots, and there still are over there. But here I had to dig them up, and that may contribute to some healthier turf over here than before because it's got better root structure. But anyway, I also may have put extra fertilizer on this area, knowing that this area kind of came in thin in terms of the original seeding, and so that may have contributed to its growth. But you can see this is first of all, you can see the advantage of a monostand where you have like just one type of grass. It just kind of has a unique very uniform look. All the blades look the same. They all grow kind of in the same manner, same direction, same angles. You don't have some that are kind of like lower than others and little dips. It's just like all, you can get a nice flat top and stuff. And then, like I was saying, there may have been some extra fertilizer here, and these blades are fairly thick. Look over here. Turf type Tall Fescue is supposed to be not quite as thick, a little bit of a softer grass than historic Tall Fescues like Kentucky 31 or something, and also much greener. So that's one of the advantages of the newer cultivars. But so for how kind of piddly this originally was, I'm actually impressed with how it's come in. And then just kind of in general, compared to before, how spotty it was, how just absolutely overtaken by chickweed and some what do you call it, hairy bittercress over here. I think it's just like pretty impressive how this has grown in and basically become fairly mature grass. So it got to this length last fall, but it didn't have this mature appearance. Here you can see these blades are a bit thinner than in the other area, and this I probably this would be kind of in the middle of the rotary path that I would be spreading. Over there, that would be kind of a turn area, so I could have dumped a little too much over there or something like that. But anyway, so that's just kind of interesting to me that the blades, at least to my eye, have a little bit of difference, these being a little bit thinner. And I did recently put in more fertilizer because this was actually looking a little bit less green. And actually you can see over there too, it is a bit of a darker shade of green. That also stays wetter over there, again, probably because of the shade. So that also may be contributing to that. This is a historically difficult area to grow the grass in, and you can see here, like even these areas, they've like it's a little bit thin, and so I have put more seed down here. I'm not sure why this didn't take super well. This area just kind of in general tends to be a little bit more yellowy, and I'm not sure why. Maybe there's something under the soil, maybe the soil's shallow, maybe there's roots under here, I don't know. But in this area also gets a lot of sun, so. But I think I just mowed it today at a pretty high setting, one short of the highest setting on my riding mower, and I think it's come in really great and impressive, even getting some kind of swirl and wave because it's so thick in some areas. And again, I've been really happy how the chickweed has regressed. I don't know if it's because I sprayed it or just because it's a spring grower and then it gets out competed or something. I've still got some here, so definitely want to do fall or late summer pre-emergence to prevent that stuff. So into some problem areas. In the high traffic areas, I did still have some POA, even in this new lawn. And so I got some killer. Actually, here's some area that I didn't spray yet. You can see like it really stands out against these new cultivars better, because the new cultivars are dark and green and that stuff is so lime green. So this is just kind of where we often end up walking. So that's also why it's a little bit thin. I do keep spreading seed on these thin areas, so hopefully that will take. But anyway, so I did spot spray some of these POA areas. I'll put seed there again. Yeah, it looks like it's not really killed. I bought Roundup, but it's the red cap Roundup, which apparently is not glyphosate. So I don't know if glyphosate's not available anymore. Glyphosate gets down to the root. Some of the other killers, like they kill the leaf, but they don't go into the root. So I'm not sure how effective that will be against the POA. And I may need to do a separate application, because POA is just like really hard to kill. So anyway, I will probably do another application of killer in these already dead spots, make sure things are dead, and then reseed those areas. This little curve over here has also been kind of difficult to make it come in really thick. This is an area that does get shade in the afternoon. I think there's some moss issues here. So this also gets hot afternoon sun, so it's kind of weird. It's like comfortable enough for moss. I think there's a sprinkler head up here somewhere. It gets a lot of water and late afternoon shade, but it's also like sunny enough that it gets blasted with sun. So so that's some of the more difficult parts. Over here, there was a weird kind of non-fescue grass, or maybe it's fescue, I don't know. There's kind of a lighter grass, and I don't know if this is what goosegrass is or what. I don't. Do I have any areas of it? Oh, it might be this. It's a little bit lighter, a little stockier, and it's a little bit more star-shaped. It goes a little bit more sideways. So I did spray some of those just because I already had some killer out. So hopefully that doesn't take out. Yeah, kind of like this. It's kind of a grass that grows sideways, but it doesn't look that, no, actually it does look pretty different. So I don't know what's up with this. Maybe somebody in the comments can tell me what kind of grass does this. So I think I also have some on this side, in an area that I just reseeded. Actually, I can show you that. So here's an area that I meant to reseed this. Well, anyway, here's the grass. I'm pretty sure this was the grass I was trying to get rid of. I ended up not spraying at all, so I might have to redo that section. Or it just got really stocky because I let it grow high because I didn't want to bother this. I'm not sure, but probably that's grass that I wanted to get rid of. But anyway, I meant to reseed this with bluegrass and ryegrass mix, but I accidentally used the turf type tall fescue. So I think that's what's actually growing in. But then I also threw in bluegrass seed after that, just as a Hail Mary. So hopefully it comes in as a combination. I don't mind if there's a little bit of tall fescue here. This is all a mix. Anyway, it's kind of a mutt grass, and it's also old. I'm surprised. I've had difficulties with this area before because this area used to get a ton of shade. Some trees along the road were actually trimmed, so that kind of helps. Here's some areas that I had sprayed out last year, but I never reseeded, and then POA and stuff and weeds started growing, so I actually just like shaved everything off and reseeded that. Also with turf type tall fescue by accident, and then I added bluegrass. Yeah, always check your bag before you spread it. Anyway, so summary, it's yeah, I'm really happy with the way this has turned out. It's not perfect by any means, but when I, driving by or whatever, and just kind of the first, when you're glancing at it or the corner of your eye, it's just like, this is so much better than it was last year, I think. Things are uniform, it's darker. and hopefully the characteristics of turf type tall fescue will carry through into this summer, and it will be more heat resistant and kind of retain this area a little bit better. Right now we've had fairly good temps and we've had a lot of rain, so even areas like this, which these areas will get very susceptible to heat later on, because the sprinkler system doesn't like cover this super well, but even these look good right now is what I'm saying. So hopefully when the going gets tough, this area will show how it shines through those times. And then, you know, looking forward to fall when I can fill in some of these little areas and just, you know, even a more seasoned, mature look to the grass and keep it looking green. So anyway, that's the update to, again, this is the turf type tall fescue from Ryan Knorr, who uses Elite brand. I forget who his supplier is, but anyway, this has been my experience with using his seed in a fall seeding last year. So this grass is, let's see, I did it in beginning of September. So September, October, November, December, that's 4 months. So this is 9 months old. So it's like a newborn baby. All right, anyway, stay tuned.